San Francisco. A city of fog and sunshine, of tech billions and bohemian soul, of cable cars rattling up impossible hills and world-class food hiding in every alley. Whether you have 2 days or 2 weeks, this city will leave a mark on you. I'm going to take you through everything: the iconic landmarks, the hidden gems, where to eat, how to get around, and the insider tips that will make your SF trip unforgettable. Let's go. Most visitors fly into San Francisco International Airport, San Francisco Airport, which is about 30 minutes south of downtown. You can also fly into Oakland International or Mineta San Jose Airport if you find better deals. Both are under an hour away. The absolute easiest and cheapest way to get from SFO to downtown is the BART, Bay Area Rapid Transit. It runs directly from the airport to Union Square, the Civic Center, and other central neighborhoods. The ride takes about 30 minutes and costs around $10. No traffic, no stress. Highly recommended. If you prefer a rideshare, Uber and Lyft are widely available but budget for surcharges, especially during peak hours. Expect to pay $35 to $60 from SFO to downtown. San Francisco is a small city, just 7 by 7 miles, but the hills make walking everywhere a workout. Here's how locals and smart tourists get around. Muni is the city's bus, metro, and streetcar network. Get a Clipper card for seamless tap-and-go access. A single ride is about $2.50 and day passes are available. Cable cars are the iconic choice, but they're mainly tourist transport. Expect lines, especially at Powell Street. Worth it at least once for the experience. Rideshare is everywhere and generally reliable. For short hops across the city, it's often more practical than waiting for transit. Biking and scooters are great on flat routes. The Embarcadero and Crissy Field are perfect for cycling. Just be warned, hills will humble you. No trip to San Francisco is complete without seeing, and ideally walking, the Golden Gate Bridge. Built in 1937, it stretches 1.7 miles across the mouth of the San Francisco Bay. At the time of construction, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world. Even now, nearly 90 years later, it's still one of the most beautiful structures ever built by human hands. I strongly recommend walking across it at least partway. The bridge has a dedicated pedestrian walkway on the east side. It's free, it's open daily from sunrise to sunset, and the views of the bay, Alcatraz, and the city's skyline are absolutely breathtaking. The full round trip is about 3.4 miles and takes roughly 90 minutes. Even if you just walk to the first tower and back, it's 100% worth it. If you want photos without walking the bridge itself, the best viewpoints are Battery Spencer, located just north of the bridge in Marin County. It gives you that classic postcard shot of the Golden Gate with the city in the background. Go at sunrise for dramatic golden light. Fort Point, directly below the south end of the bridge. You're looking straight up at the span from underneath. Dramatic and unique. Hawk Hill, also in Marin, great for sweeping panoramic shots. If you're driving, tolls are collected southbound, only $8.75 for most vehicles, paid electronically. There's no toll booth, it's all license plate based, so make sure your rental or your own car is set up for FasTrak or pay online within 48 hours. Just 1.25 miles offshore from Fisherman's Wharf sits one of America's most notorious landmarks, Alcatraz. The Rock. The federal penitentiary that held Al Capone, the Birdman of Alcatraz, and countless other criminals the government deemed too dangerous for ordinary prisons. It operated from 1934 to 1963, only 29 years, but in that time, no prisoner ever successfully escaped. Taking the ferry. Alcatraz Cruises, operated by Hornblower, runs the official ferry from Pier 33 at the Embarcadero. The ferry takes about 15 minutes each way. Ferries depart multiple times daily, and I strongly recommend booking at least 2 weeks in advance, especially in summer. Tickets include the ferry and the famous audio tour. The audio tour. The award-winning audio tour is narrated by former Alcatraz guards and inmates themselves. Hearing ex-prisoners describe life on the rock as you walk through the actual cell blocks is genuinely haunting. This is one of the best audio tours I've ever experienced. Don't skip it. Day versus night tour. The day tour gives you more time to explore the island and access to the gardens and outdoor areas. The night tour, however, is something special. The bay at dusk, the eerie cell blocks lit dimly, the sound of waves. It's atmospheric in a way that sticks with you. If you can only do one, I'd lean toward night. The waterfront is where San Francisco's seafaring history lives. Fisherman's Wharf, centered around Piers 39 through 45, is touristy, yes, but it's touristy for a reason. Pier 39 and the Sea Lions. The Sea Lions of Pier 39 are an unexpected local institution. In 1989, right after the Loma Prieta earthquake, a colony of California sea lions showed up at the docks and never left. Today, there are hundreds of them, barking, jostling, and sunbathing on floating platforms. It's completely free to watch, and it's genuinely hilarious. Dungeness crab. If you eat seafood, you have to try Dungeness crab while you're here. The season runs roughly November through June. The best way to enjoy it? A fresh whole crab from one of the sidewalk steam kettles along Jefferson Street, cracked open right there, with sourdough bread and drawn butter. Simple and absolutely perfect. The Ferry Building. Walk south along the Embarcadero to the Ferry Building, a stunning 1898 Beaux-Arts terminal that today houses one of the best food markets in California. On Tuesday and Saturday mornings, the farmers' market outside is packed with incredible local produce, artisan cheeses, fresh oysters, and street food. The indoor market features standout vendors including Acme Bread, Blue Bottle Coffee, and the Hog Island Oyster Bar. Chinatown. San Francisco's Chinatown is the oldest in North America, established in 1848, and it's still one of the most densely populated urban neighborhoods in the U.S. Enter through the Dragon Gate on Grand Avenue and you step into another world. The main drag of Grand Avenue is lined with gift shops, bakeries, and restaurants. But the real action is on Stockton Street, one block over. That's where locals shop, where the live seafood markets are, and where the best dim sum joints operate. For dim sum, Hang Ah Tea Room is the oldest in the city. Gold Mountain and City View are popular for the classic cart service experience. Go for weekend brunch, arrive early, or expect a line. North Beach, the Beat Generation neighborhood. Right next to Chinatown is North Beach, San Francisco's Italian-American neighborhood and the birthplace of the Beat Generation. Jack Kerouac drank here. Allen Ginsberg performed here. Lawrence Ferlinghetti built his legacy here. City Lights Bookstore on Columbus Avenue is still open, a living landmark. Browse the poetry room upstairs. Buy something. It's a pilgrimage site for any lover of literature. Caffe Trieste on Vallejo Street is where Coppola reportedly wrote parts of the Godfather screenplay. It's been serving espresso since 1956 and the vibe hasn't changed much. Get a cappuccino, sit by the window, watch the neighborhood. If Fisherman's Wharf is San Francisco for tourists, the Mission is San Francisco for San Franciscans. The Mission District has been the heart of the city's Latino community for generations. It's also where artists, musicians, tech workers, and longtime residents all somehow coexist, making it one of the most culturally layered neighborhoods in America. The Murals. The Mission is an open-air art museum. Balmy Alley, between 24th and 25th Streets, is a full city block of murals, political, personal, vibrant, and constantly evolving. Clarion Alley is another must-see. The art here reflects the community's history, its struggles, and its resilience. Taquerias. Let's talk burritos. San Francisco claims to have invented the Mission-style burrito, the massive, foil-wrapped, rice and bean-stuffed torpedo that now feeds the nation. Whether or not that's entirely true, the taquerias here are the real deal. La Taqueria on Mission. Street is widely considered the best. James Beard Award winner. No rice in the burrito, just meat, beans, and salsa, and worth every minute of the line. El Farolito is another legendary option. Open late, cash only, no frills, absolutely delicious. Dolores Park. On a sunny day, and SF has plenty of them in the Mission, Dolores Park is the place to be. Locals spread out on the hills with food, wine, and dogs. The views of downtown from the upper terrace are outstanding. On weekends, it feels like the whole city has come out to play. Golden Gate Park is one of the great urban parks in the world. At 1,017 acres, it's larger than Central Park in New York, stretching 3 miles from the Panhandle neighborhood all the way to the Pacific Ocean. What to do in the park? The Japanese Tea Garden is one of the most beautiful places in the city, the oldest public Japanese garden in the US, with koi ponds, pagodas, a drum bridge, and traditional tea service. Entry is $13 for adults. Go early on weekday mornings when it's peaceful. The De Young Museum houses an impressive collection of American art, plus rotating international exhibitions. The observation tower at the top is free and gives sweeping 360-degree views over the park and the city. The California Academy of Sciences sits across the music concourse from the De Young. It's a planetarium, natural history museum, and rainforest dome all under a living grass roof. Spectacular for families. Stowe Lake is perfect for a slow morning. Rent a rowboat and drift around the island. The Buffalo Paddock near the western end of the park has a small herd of bison that have lived here since 1899. The beach. Walk all the way west and you hit Ocean Beach, a 3.5-mile stretch of Pacific coastline. It's wild, windswept, and rarely crowded. Not really a swimming beach. The currents are dangerous, but for a sunset walk with crashing waves and the smell of the Pacific, it's magnificent. San Francisco has one of the most remarkable food scenes in the world. It's a Michelin-starred city with taqueria-level soul. Here's where to eat across every budget. Iconic SF foods to try. Sourdough bread, the city's most famous export. The wild yeast in the SF Bay Area air creates a tang that can't be replicated anywhere else. Boudin Bakery at Fisherman's Wharf has been making it since 1849. Get the clam chowder in a bread bowl. It's touristy and it's perfect. Cioppino, a San Francisco invention, is a rich tomato and wine seafood stew born from Italian fishermen immigrants in the 1800s. Scomas and Sado Mare are the classic spots. Avocado toast, yes, SF arguably started the trend. But the tartines at Tartine Bakery in the Mission are the original and still the best. Line up early, the pastries also sell out fast. Neighborhoods for eating. The Mission for burritos, tacos, and vibrant international options. Hayes Valley for upscale California cuisine and wine bars. The Richmond for some of the city's best Asian food, Vietnamese, Burmese, Chinese, at very reasonable prices. Soma for cocktail bars and hip new restaurants. Japantown for excellent Japanese food in a charming few-block district. Splurge-worthy restaurants. For a special occasion, Zuni Caffe on Market Street has been a San Francisco institution since 1979. The whole roasted chicken for two with warm bread salad is legendary. Bix in the Financial District is a glamorous jazz supper club with incredible cocktails. Foreign cinema in the Mission screens films on an outdoor wall while you eat, romantic and quintessentially SF. Best time to visit. San Francisco has one of the most unusual climates of any major American city. The warmest months are actually September and October, when the summer fog lifts and temperatures reach the 60s and 70s. Counterintuitively, July and August are often the foggiest, especially in the morning. Spring is beautiful but unpredictable. Winter is mild by most standards but rainy. If your priority is sunshine and warmth, visit in September or October. If you want the fewest crowds, January and February offer the best deals and most peaceful experience. The fog. SF fog is famous. Locals even have a name for it, Carl the Fog. It rolls in through the Golden Gate in the afternoon, blankets the city by evening, and often burns off by midday. Don't let it discourage you. It's part of the city's personality. Just dress in layers. Always dress in layers. Budget tips. San Francisco is expensive, full stop. Hotels downtown can easily cost $200 to $400 per night. Budget travelers should look at the Richmond or Sunset neighborhoods for cheaper accommodations with easy muni access to downtown. Many of the best free things in SF are genuinely great. Walking the Golden Gate Bridge, Dolores Park, Ocean Beach, the Ferry Building Market, and the Embarcadero waterfront all cost nothing. Eat lunch instead of dinner at nicer restaurants. Many serve similar food at significantly lower prices during lunch service. Safety. Like any major American city, San Francisco has areas that require awareness. The Tenderloin neighborhood near Union Square has significant challenges. It's not a place to wander aimlessly, especially at night. The rest of the city is generally safe for tourists who use common sense. Leave valuables out of sight in your car. Car break-ins are unfortunately common. Don't leave bags unattended. And keep an eye on your phone in crowded areas. San Francisco is one of those cities that never quite leaves you. Maybe it's the fog that rolls in like a slow exhale over the hills. Maybe it's the salt air and the sound of the bay. Maybe it's the feeling that this city has always been a place where people come to reinvent themselves. Gold rush prospectors, beat poets, Silicon Valley dreamers, immigrants from every corner of the world. Whatever it is, once you've walked across the Golden Gate, eaten a Mission burrito in a sunny park, and watched the sun set behind the Pacific, you'll understand why people fall in love with this place. Plan your trip. Book that ferry to Alcatraz early. And don't forget your layers. I'm Trip Only, thanks for watching. If this helped you plan your San Francisco adventure, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more travel guides, and drop your questions in the comments below. We read every single one. See you in the next one.